Yeah, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Once again to you, my fellow brothers, my fellow Africans, I'm John K. Nice to see you once again. The last video I sent was about the footsteps of a refugee or of an asylum seeker. Somebody wrote me and asked me, what about when you come to seek asylum, how are you going to be granted stay? Or what will be the failure of being deported? So I want to take my time and clear you a little bit about my own experience and some of my friends, their experience I know. As far as I'm a long time here, I'll tell you my experience and from the experience of others. So if you are first time of watching my YouTube channel, John K, you are free to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that anytime I have a message, you also be the next person to have it. I don't compete with anybody, but I share my own experience of religious matters or political matters. And as we all know, asylum seeking is a political matter. So I want to talk about a political matter today, about what the guy wrote me. I want to explain to him and to all fellow brothers who are not yet being granted or having experience as an asylum or a refugee in foreign land. So I want to share with you about being granted a stay or deportation. Being granted a stay or deportation. That is two different categories. Being granted an asylum or a refugee or deportation. So what is the means or what is the route for you to be granted an asylum? These are what I want to explain. For example, if you came to a country, let me use Switzerland. Switzerland, for example. If you come to a country like Switzerland to seek asylum, when you come to this country to seek asylum, they have maximum 6 months to answer you that your statement or your story have been granted or have been approved as a real asylum seeker, or it is not approved. We are not convinced of what you're telling us. In this matter, this 6 months, once they said you are not, they don't approve your story in court, or they don't grant you this asylum, that means you are on a level of danger. You need to find a way to run away, or you need to find a way in other means to escape. So, in this means, you have 2 weeks to appeal. 2 weeks to appeal. The appeal, you take a lawyer. The lawyer will fight the case for you. According to their law, they will fight the case for you gradually. If they reply the lawyer, they are still not convinced of the case, they give him 1 month to leave the country. So that is your last resident of living in that country. Meanwhile, it's already, you are now 7 to 8 months now. It means you are lucky you have stayed more than 6 months. They give you 1 month to leave the country. Don't forget, I said it earlier on one of my videos, that asylum seeker, you are entitled to reside on 3 major countries. And the last country will be where you have to be granted. So, as we talk, you started in Switzerland. They did not grant you. They say find your way. Then the next, after getting to the end of the month, you left Switzerland and went to a country like Luxembourg. You went to Luxembourg. Luxembourg, I don't know maximum of how many months they will be accepted, they will approve you as an asylum seeker. I don't know that one. I know about Switzerland, but I'll give you the references about 3rd place of an asylum. From there, maybe you stay like 6 months or more than that. You waited and waited, getting to a year, they did not approve you. And they told you to leave the country also. You left, you come to Germany. As an asylum, Germany, 3rd country of an asylum seeker, as political issue, is where you're supposed to be safe. Whether they like it or not, they must accept you. Then Germany will follow your asylum procedure. They found out you start asylum from Switzerland. Switzerland didn't approve you. You left to Luxembourg. Luxembourg also did not approve you. Now you are in their country, Germany. Meanwhile, you have wasted 2 years now, as I'm saying. You have wasted 2 years. And Germany will consider you, you still go to court. You'll be following all the procedures. They will come back to court, from court, and then they will finally not be considered granted according to the asylum law. But for the sake of you being one second, 3rd country, they will grant you a permission to work. This is one of the things they will consider you. They will grant you a permission to work. By working, they will be monitoring your lifestyle, your behavior, whether you are a corrupt person, whether you are a thief, whether you are not a law-abiding. whether you are not being fair to other citizens, many types of law, they will be monitoring your profile. They don't see complaints about you. You make your life so straightforward, humble, law abiding, consistently. Maybe you work for a year or two, then German will grant you. Because already they're entitled to grant you as your third country. They will remove, now they will invite you, they will write a letter to you, they have removed a deportation issue from you, and soonest expect your permission of stay. As you are working continuously, under a few months later, they will grant you the stay. This is how they will take grant you. This is how you'll be granted an asylum, because you have been to a third country. But in aspect of that, if you're not been to a third country, you come to direct to Germany. In Germany, you said your statement also, you said your statement, and your statement have not been considered. Your statement has not been considered as an asylum. As an asylum, you will still take a lawyer to fight this issue for you. By fighting this issue for you, you'll be considered, because lawyer has been fighting for you. It's different from someone who have been to first, second, and third country. You who have not been to any country, that is where you came direct, like Germany, like my own. You take a lawyer also to fight for it. You go to court, and one of the things they will take confirm where there is a political crisis in your country is the city where you say you come from, the state name, and also the district you are living. They go to check it on map and trace some of the contact person they can contact to confirm, say yes, this is where you come from. You give a number to the person from the country where you come from. They will call. They can call. They might not tell you. They will call. Say, do you know Mr. So and so? Yes, yes, yes. He was my neighbor. He was living around here before. But because of the political crisis here, every day, Boko Haram have been attacking us. Now many houses here are empty. Even me, I wanted to escape, but I don't know where to go. There will be the man who is talking with this fellow person in Nigeria or elsewhere will be convinced, say, it's true. Before you see, they write you letter. Say, bring your passport. You have been granted a stay. Bring your passport. Bring your passport. This is how to be granted a stay. You go to Berlin, you go apply your passport, then you bring it, they will grant you a permission, a resident permit. Some will be granted 6 months, some 1 year, some 3 years. All stay is stay. You'll be granted a permission. Or if they fail to delay you, some will be in asylum seeking asylum house for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, and on. If they fail to delay you, maybe between 1 year and 2 years, you look for a woman. You look for a woman, brother and sister, you look for a woman to stay with. And this woman, you and him chill together, have fun together, and then maybe baby comes out. You know, Germany, they love children. Germany love children. That's the fact. Germany don't joke with children. I love that for Germany. They don't joke with children. Once a child comes out of that woman, through that child, it means already they are giving you money. They are feeding you, your accommodation, Your daily living is in the hand of the government. Now the woman has got a baby, even if she have a job. Now she have a baby, she have to stay home and they have to be feeding her for 3 years. That is a burden to the government. And the baby, they have to be feeding the baby, mama and baby, including you. So for that case, they have to grant you a permission of job permission. Germany don't wake up to go and work anywhere like that. Even if you are a asylum seeker, you are doing black job, be very careful. Be very careful. When they hold you, or some of your enemy know you, he go and report you, they hold you, they are deporting you back to your country. You lose everything. Even if you have to be granted, you lose it. Baby issue is one of the fastest way of being granted a stay, because it will become a burden to 3 in 1, and the government have to handle the 3 of you, baby, mama, and you. So for that matter, they grant you a permission to work. You work and support the woman, and support. Now you'll be feeding yourself. Government don't have burden on you anymore. You look for, they will give you permission also to look for a house permission, to look for a house, to live on your own, even though they have not granted you stay, but they have granted you job permission. It's one of the advantage, brothers and sisters. As you have a baby, surely you get the paper, but first you'll be granted job permission. You'll be working maybe a year or more. By and by, be patiently, you'll get your stay. Once they grant you, it's over. Some too, if you are luckily, they give you resident permit, including job permission. Some, they will first give you job permission before they give you, resident permit. Some, they add it the same time for you. So anyhow it will come, just take it like that. Be patient and take it like that. Some people are not patient for that matter. But when you are patient, you'll get the best out of it. So this is the examples of being granted asylum or a refugee to be granted permission of stay. Now I'm going to the second part, deportation, being granted or deported. As I first gave example of Switzerland, if Switzerland have given you 1 month to leave the country and you don't make appeal for that 1 month, make use of it to leave the country as early as possible. If you don't leave the country, they'll check after 1 month is over. Now your profile is to look for you and carry you away. The 1 month is over. It means your profile is cancelled. You are now illegal. If you don't go, they will now be searching for you, because if you are going, they will know you are going or you are gone. But you are not gone, you are still around, be moving around as if now your country, as if say you are okay. One day they will grab you. They will grab you middle of the night. They will handle you like a thief. And all your nice things you bought, they will only tell you to carry 10 kilo. Only 10 kilo. You tell them, but I need this one, I need that one, I need this one. They say only 10 kilo. The rest is no longer for you. It's either they throw it away or they give it to people who sell second-hand things in the country. And you'll be deported. And when you are being deported, the law block you for 5 years before you can enter European Union. A country that is not part of Schengen, you will not be granted until 5 years before you can be given a visa to Europe. Deportation means it's very bad. Or in other case, In Germany, you are in Germany, you said, you don't have baby, they have not yet granted you, maybe 3 years, 4 years, time is going on, you start doing black job somewhere to make money, and maybe your asylum is over. They told you to leave the country also. You have not been leaving the country. You did not make any appeal. You are still there. Now you make yourself as illegal person. You are hustling for yourself. You are getting some black job. Sure, you understand. You are making movement on your own. You think everything is all right. You think everything is all right. One day, your enemy might not report you, but they will grab you in the streets, whereby you are not aware, and that will be your last day in the country. You have spoiled everything. Because the time they told you to be left the country, or they told you they don't accept your asylum, you must make appeal. Every time and every day, keep on making appeal. And appeal will cost you a lot of some money. But you have to sacrifice. There are some guys who will be helping you to do some small jobs to help yourself. If you don't do appeal and you think you want to live on your own, you think you are wise, the day they will catch you, that will be your end. This is how you can be deported. Once your asylum is over and they tell you to leave the country, you don't leave. One day, when they grab you, it will be over for you. So this is the small example I want to let you know about it. Be careful of how you want to travel because you have political crisis in your country to come and seek asylum. Thank you so much. I'll bring another message to you about the asylum or any political issue. Thank you so much. I'm John K. Have a nice time. Bye.